Some songs end before you realize they began. Others seem to stretch into eternity. But when a long rock song hits that sweet spot, it becomes an epic journey where time simply dissolves. From symphonic behemoths to psychedelic marathons, these 15 tracks are so immersive, you won't even care what minute you're on. Let's dive into 15 rock songs so long, they feel endless, but in the best way.
Hey, my baby, don't you know our love is true?
Supper's Ready by Genesis was released in 1972 and runs for about 23 minutes. It's a multi-part progressive rock piece that feels more like a mini opera than a regular track.
Out in the garden, the moon seems very bright.
Peter Gabriel delivers dramatic vocals, switching between quiet, emotional singing, and theatrical storytelling.
6 saintly shrouded men move across the lawn.
The song moves through 7 distinct sections, mixing themes of religion, love, and apocalypse.
And it's L.B. You suck.
Each part sounds different, with shifts in rhythm and tone. Some parts are soft and acoustic, while others are loud and intense. Supper's Ready asks for your full attention and rewards it with a strange but powerful journey. Songs of Scheherazade by Renaissance came out in 1975 and stretches over 28 minutes. Inspired by Middle Eastern tales from 1001 Nights, the piece is broken into 9 short movements that all connect. Annie Haslam sings with a graceful, almost classical tone. The band blends rock instruments with a full orchestra, giving it a rich, dramatic sound. Strings, piano, and horns play alongside electric guitar and drums.
Eastern fantasies, told in tales of sultans.
The music rises and falls like a movie score. Songs of Scheherazade feels like a fantasy novel turned into music, filled with wonder, tension, and beauty.
Overhead, the albatross hangs motionless upon the...
Echoes by Pink Floyd was released in 1971 and lasts just over 23 minutes. It opens with a quiet sonar-like ping and slowly builds into a full psychedelic journey. The song explores feelings of isolation, nature, and deep thought.
Everything is green and Salsbury.
David Gilmour and Richard Wright share lead vocals, blending smoothly. Long instrumental sections feature moody guitar solos, spacey effects, and floating keyboard sounds. Around the middle, the song dissolves into an eerie soundscape before returning to melody. Echoes is calm, strange, and haunting, showing Pink Floyd's ability to mix rock with sound experimentation. Tubular Bells Part 1 by Mike Oldfield was released in 1973 and runs for about 25 minutes. The full album plays as 2 long tracks, but Part 1 became especially famous after being used in the film The Exorcist. Mike Oldfield played almost every instrument on the recording, including guitars, pianos, organs, and the tubular bells themselves. The piece starts slowly, then layers more instruments over time, creating a steady build. It doesn't follow a typical song structure. There are no lyrics, only evolving sounds. Tubular Bells moves between peaceful melodies and dramatic tension, making it feel like a complete instrumental story.
I am a lonely man, my solitude is true.
A Plague of Lighthouse Keepers by Vandergraaf Generator was released in 1971 and lasts about 23 minutes. It's a dark theatrical piece about a lighthouse keeper haunted by visions and guilt. The track is broken into 10 small sections that jump between different moods, some soft and sad, others loud and frantic. Peter Hamill sings with raw emotion, often sounding panicked or haunted. The music uses dramatic shifts, with strange effects and sudden silences.
Would you catch the final words of mine? Would you catch?
A Plague of Lighthouse Keepers is unsettling but fascinating, like watching a storm build inside someone's mind. Salsbury by Uriah Heep came out in 1971 and runs for 16 minutes. It's the title track of their second album and shows the band experimenting beyond their usual heavy rock sound. The song includes a full brass section, adding a bold symphonic feel.
Somewhere in your eyes, that very special glow, something drawing.
The structure flows like a suite, with guitar solos, organ flourishes, and shifting tempos. David Byron's vocals are dramatic and powerful. Parts of Salsbury are peaceful and melodic, while others are loud and intense. The mix of rock and orchestral elements gives the song a unique, epic atmosphere.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
Released in 1966, The End by The Doors started as a breakup song, but evolved into a haunting and poetic journey through Jim Morrison's troubled mind. The recording session was intense, with Morrison lying on the studio floor in darkness, delivering a raw and emotional performance.
Stands the end, no safety or surprise.
The 11-minute track explores themes of death, desire, and inner chaos, filled with vivid and unsettling imagery. It became a defining moment not only for The Doors, but also for psychedelic rock as a whole. The song gained legendary status after being featured in the movie Apocalypse Now, capturing a sense of darkness and madness that resonated deeply with listeners. Dogs, originally titled You've Got to Be Crazy, is a 17-minute epic from Pink Floyd's 1977 album Animals. The song is a sharp critique of ruthless corporate ambition and betrayal, portraying cold, calculating characters driven by self-interest. Musically,
You got to be crazy.
Dogs mirrors its dark themes with haunting guitar lines, eerie silences, and shifting moods that build tension throughout.
When you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the easy meat.
The lyrics are biting and intense, matching the brooding atmosphere of the music. Over its long duration, Dogs creates a powerful, immersive experience that highlights the moral decay of its subjects, making it one of Pink Floyd's most complex and compelling compositions.
Some caution, take away the startled memory. All in all, the journey.
Close to the Edge by Yes was released in 1972 and runs just over 18 minutes. It's one of the band's most famous long songs, made up of several parts that blend into each other. The track begins with strange nature sounds and a chaotic build-up before settling into complex melodies. The lyrics are spiritual and abstract, with John Anderson singing in a high, clear voice. Guitars, keyboards, and drums weave in and out with fast and technical playing. Close to the Edge is both beautiful and overwhelming, like a waterfall made of sound.
'Cause I'm as free as
Released in 1973, Freeird by Lynyrd Skynyrd is one of the most iconic Southern rock anthems ever recorded. The song starts slow, with heartfelt lyrics about love and personal freedom, then gradually builds into a powerful and extended guitar solo that has become legendary in rock history. Lasting over 9 minutes, the solo showcases emotional intensity and technical brilliance. After the tragic 1977 plane crash that claimed the lives of several band members, Freeird took on new meaning. It became a symbol of loss, farewell, and resilience. Whether played at concerts, funerals, or in films, Freeird continues to soar as a timeless tribute to freedom and the enduring spirit of rock and roll. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida by Iron Butterfly was released in 1968 and quickly became a cornerstone of psychedelic rock. The song's title was a slurred version of In the Garden of Eden, reportedly misheard and left unchanged after a band member mumbled it while drunk. Clocking in at 17 minutes, the track features heavy organ riffs, hypnotic rhythms, and an extended drum solo that helped define the genre. It filled the entire B-side of the album and unexpectedly sold over 30 million copies. Despite, or perhaps because of, its bizarre name and unorthodox style, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida proved that experimental, trippy rock could find a massive audience and leave a lasting impact.
And the meek shall inherit the earth.
2112 by Rush was released in 1976 and runs for 20 minutes. The track tells a science fiction story set in a dystopian future where music is banned. Geddy Lee sings the role of a man who finds a guitar and rediscovers music. Neil Peart's lyrics are detailed and vivid, while Alex Lifeson's guitar solos bring emotion and energy. The song moves through many sections, from soft acoustic parts to heavy rock explosions. 2112 became a fan favorite and a turning point for Rush. It mixes storytelling, philosophy, and powerful music into one long and unforgettable piece.
Remember when you were young?
Released in 1975, this 26-minute epic is Pink Floyd's tribute to founding member Syd Barrett. Split across 2 parts on Wish You Were Here, it begins with David Gilmour's haunting 4-note motif and features Roger Waters' emotional lyrics.
In your eyes, like black holes in the sky.
During recording, Barrett unexpectedly visited the studio, shaved, bald, and unrecognizable, which deeply affected the band. That moment gave the song even more weight, turning it into a shimmering farewell to a lost genius whose spirit still haunted their music.
Stand and fight, we do consider they minded off, and in a pact between us.
The Gates of Delirium by Yes was released in 1974 and lasts about 21 minutes. The track is based on the novel War and Peace and tells the story of a brutal war and its peaceful aftermath. The music starts slowly, then moves into a long, chaotic battle section full of crashing instruments and wild energy. After this storm, the final section, called Soon, brings calm and hope. With soft, beautiful melodies, John Anderson's voice is gentle and emotional. The Gates of Delirium is like a musical movie, filled with drama, conflict, and resolution.
Really don't mind if you sit this one out.
Released in 1972, Jethro Tull's 43-minute epic, Thick as a Brick, was meant as a parody of complex prog rock, but became a prog rock classic itself. The song flows across both sides of the vinyl as one continuous piece.
Your sperm's in the gutter, your love's in the sink.
With satirical lyrics, shifting rhythms, and standout flute and guitar work, it's theatrical and bold. The lyrics are framed as a poem by a fictional child genius, adding quirky charm. Thick as a Brick remains a fan favorite and a landmark of ambitious rock storytelling. And that's a wrap on our journey through these 15 rock songs so long they almost feel endless. Let us know which marathon track is your favorite, or if we missed one that deserves a spot. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more music nostalgia right here on Retro Rewind. See you next time.
If I leave you tomorrow, when you're on the street, you got to be able to pick up the easy meat.